As small business owners, we know there are a lot of different components that go into having and running a successful small business. And one of those key components is having a well-optimized website for our business. And there are a few things specifically that need to be on your website to help ensure that it works as best as it can. And today, that's what I'm talking about. First though, if you are new to my channel, welcome. I am floral designer Frank Blanchard, AIFD, and my focus of my channel is really helping you level up your knowledge and skills for the more of the business and the tech side of having a successful floral business. Now, I've worked in the floral industry for a lot of years, and my main focus has been floral design. But if you're going to have a successful business, you really have to embrace and dive into the pool and become almost fanatical about the marketing of your business so that you can build a brand, grow your audience, and cultivate a really strong customer base that you can target your products and services to. So if that kind of content interests you, definitely give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below if you haven't already. That way, if you're interested in being notified when I do upload new content for you, definitely hit that bell icon down below, and that way you won't miss a thing. But today, let's get into this topic of what is on your website and how it can really determine whether your website is going to work for you or not. There are a couple of different types of websites that you can have for your floral business depending on what kind of a floral business you're setting up for yourself. These days, with the internet being what it is, there are so many different ways of conducting business and having a business, and the products and services that you offer, the array of possibilities is almost endless. Now, when it comes to our small businesses, we know we've got to have a good website, because nowadays a website is really our calling card to all of the customers and online shoppers out there that we would like to have as clientele. It really has replaced the phone book, and even more so, our smartphones have become the main means that a lot of people utilize when they're searching for things on the internet. It's not always just the desktop or laptop computer. More and more, the mobile device and the smartphone is what most people are using, especially when they're shopping for products and services online. So when it comes to your website, you've probably heard the term SEO. SEO, or search engine optimization, can really be done on a multitude of platforms that can benefit your business. Ultimately, yes, we focus SEO and search engine optimization on our websites, but you can also optimize your Facebook business page in the same ways, as well as Instagram, even your LinkedIn profile, and others. TikTok, if you're over there, or others. You can optimize your profile on all of those platforms to help the algorithm for each of those individual platforms find you and learn what you're about, so that that algorithm can share your content to the right people. Now, today I'm really focusing on your website, and for retail florists and florists that are doing daily type deliveries and have an e-commerce type website. Having good content, especially digital text content on your website, is vital in order to make sure that your website works well. Having your website optimized with the digital text content on your website is how first the search engines have to be able to find you. Once the search engines can learn what your website is about, the kinds of products and services that you have to offer, where you're located, what city you're in, what's your phone number, what's your email, what kinds of flowers do you have available on your website, etc. All of that information is what you're needing to feed to the search engines so that the algorithm of those search engines can pick up that information from your website. And when somebody does a search for the kinds of products and services that you have available in your city, and that's where they're looking for the product or service, the search engine will be able to determine if you're one of the best options for search results for that person. So all of that digital text content is the biggest part of what is going to be shared with that person as their search results. Now, the one thing that I really wanted to bring up today when it comes to creating digital text content for a floral business, and this goes for if you have more of an informational-based website, and that would be for a floral business like a wedding and event florist, somebody who focuses on larger floral projects like special events. Also true, though, is the same rules apply if you are more of a full-service retail florist, you do daily deliveries, and you have an e-commerce based website. Digital content and working good ranking keywords into your digital text content in the form of the About section of your website and letting the search engines and your online customers know who you are, what you do, etc. If you're e-commerce, it's the same thing. It's what you're putting in the About section. It's what you're putting in your substitution policies. It's what you're putting in the descriptions of the items on your website. And that's really important for e-commerce florists. Do not get stuck in this idea of just putting one sentence to describe the items on your website. The descriptions of the items on your website need to be unique to you and your business. And they've got to have enough word content that you're really enabling the search engines, number one, to be able to find you. If you have too little text content on your website, and it really doesn't matter what kind of a website it is, whether it's e-commerce or otherwise, if there's too little text content, you almost render your website not searchable by the search engines. And if they can't search your website, they definitely aren't going to share it much. So keep that in mind. The more detailed you can get with your product descriptions and anywhere you're adding digital text content on your website, which includes any blog posts that you're doing. If you can put a blog on your website, that's a great way to continually be able to add additional text content. But one thing when it comes to your digital content that can really mess you up is duplicating anything. You cannot copy and paste anything on your website. Every little bit of text content on your website needs to be unique and specific to every single page of your website. Unique is what the search engines are looking for. They want to see that if somebody is looking for the kinds of products and services you have, or they're looking for an answer to a specific question, those search engines, and I'm talking especially Google right now, they want to see unique, specific information that only you can provide, because you are the only you there is. There is not a duplicate somewhere else. You do not want to duplicate any digital text content on your website. Also, in addition to not duplicating any digital text content on your website itself, you also don't want any external duplications of your text content or any other content on your website. That's where you get into the realm of copyright infringement. And it goes for both digital text content as well as photo images. And this is really important for florists and retail florists, especially those florists that have e-commerce based websites. If you are an independent florist and you have taken a lot of time to create your own photo images to have on your website, you don't want anybody else using those pictures. That is copyright infringement. So that would be another example of your content being duplicated. And in that case, the search engines, and here again I'm talking specifically Google, your website as well as whatever other website has infringed on your copyrights, you end up both getting penalized by the search engine. Now, this is why it's really important to make sure that whoever you have doing your search engine optimization for your website and they're creating digital text content, whether it's you or somebody you hire, you've got to make sure that all of it is unique and specific to your business and is absolutely correct and hasn't been duplicated from anybody else's website. Now, in a future video, I'm going to share some additional information on this topic if you happen to run into the situation where somebody does infringe on your copyrights and they either duplicate some of the digital text content that you have on your website, and this goes for blog posts, wedding and event information, product descriptions, product substitutions, any of that, anywhere that you have digital text content on your website, if somebody else uses it, or if somebody else uses your photo images, there are ways you can find them, and there are ways that you can deal with it that will help you out and help how well your website ranks with Google. So until next time, I've got some other videos over here in the end screen that I think you will find helpful. And if you are a small business owner, being the entrepreneurial floral professional, my videos I hope you find helpful and really help you level up your overall skills for having a successful floral business. But until my next video, head over here to the next videos and be well, and I will see you very soon. Bye for now.